too excited to even try. Check the bag one more time, then checked it again just to be sure. Everyone was already lit up at the meeting point, laughing before we even set off. Nothing particularly funny had happened yet, but seeing each other's faces was already enough. Talked the entire way there, can't remember what most of it was about, but I remember laughing through all of it. That alone made the journey worth it. Walk in an unfamiliar city, together you see sides of people you don't usually see. I really like who my friends are when we travel, the same people but somehow full of urgency. Spent way too long deciding where to eat. Everyone had a different opinion and nobody got upset. Eventually landed somewhere without a real reason, and somehow everything tasted great. Something always goes off plan, and that always becomes the story told most later. The moments where everything fell apart a little turn out to be the ones that stick around longest. More than any specific thing we visited, the conversations in between are what I remember. It's less about where you went and more about who was there with you. Back in the room way past when we should have slept, still talking like there was no morning coming. Someone mentioned the early start and nobody moved. That was funny too, so we laughed again. Everyone got a little quiet on the way home. The shift back to regular life setting in gently. The "let's do this again" said at the end felt more serious this time than it usually does. Glad it was these people every single time. That thought shows up on every trip. Travel is really just about who you bring. Everything else follows from that. At first every street was unfamiliar, walking around with the map open, not knowing where anything was. There was a quiet loneliness to those early days. Took the wrong bus more than once, couldn't remember where the convenience store was. Wasn't sure if I'd ever find my place here. Honestly, didn't have much confidence back then. But somewhere along the way I learned the shortcut, stopped thinking about which way to turn. The walk home became something I didn't have to think about. That was the moment I knew something had shifted. Found a place I could call a regular spot. They don't know my name, but they know my face. Such a small thing to notice, but this street started feeling like mine. The morning routine settled into place on its own. Walking the same path at the same time felt natural. There was a time I felt like an outsider here. That feeling is completely gone now. Getting used to a place takes time. It's not something you can rush or force. It just happens without you noticing. Roots grow quietly when you're not watching. Starting to forget how unsettled I felt at the start. Maybe that means I've gotten a little stronger. The version of me who jumped into the unknown that day is someone I'm quietly proud of now. More and more things to love about this place. More and more moments of feeling glad I came. Don't need to know every corner of it, just need a few places that feel like home. Found spots I want to show people, places I think about when a friend says they're visiting. Every time something like that gets added to the list, the attachment to this place gets a little deeper. place always becomes your place eventually. Time has a way of making that happen. Walking down a road I didn't know back then. Quietly glad I chose to come here. Didn't need to rush home today. Found myself taking a different road without deciding to. No particular reason behind it, just felt like going that way. Thought I knew the city from walking the same routes, but stepping off the usual path by just a little revealed streets I had never seen before. Places I had no idea were there. The lights along the shopping street were coming on, the smell of early evening drifting through. Stopped to look at a menu outside a place I didn't know. Knew immediately I'd be coming back. Thought taking the long way would feel like losing something. Turns out it was the opposite. Ended up with more than the shortcut ever gave me. Glad this was the road I chose today. Time without somewhere urgent to be is a luxury. Walking without just trying to arrive somewhere felt better than I remembered it could. Without noticing, I had started only moving efficiently. Wasn't talking to anyone, nothing out of the ordinary happened. Just walking through the city at my own pace, and today that was exactly enough. Stopped for a moment outside a flower shop, caught a good smell coming from somewhere nearby. Noticed a cat sitting on top of a wall. Small things like that landed properly felt good. The timing of the sunset worked out too, something the usual road never shows at this angle. Sometimes the detour catches you at the right moment. Today had that kind of luck to it. There are still so many roads I haven't walked, still faces in the city I haven't come across. Next time there's nowhere to be, I'll go the long way again. Walk it the same way I walked it today. Got home later than usual, didn't feel like I lost anything. Going to do this again sometime. Thought that quietly while turning the key. Hadn't looked it up or planned anything. Something about it caught my eye and I went in. The atmosphere was right from the moment the door opened. Felt immediately like this might be something good. The space itself was already exactly what I like, and the menu made it even better. The lighting, the music in the background, all of it landing close to what I would have chosen. These kinds of encounters can't be arranged. They only seem to happen when you follow an impulse. Hard to dismiss intuition after something like this. Was thinking that before I even sat down. The food came out looking the way good food looks. One bite and it was more than anticipated. The feeling of something being genuinely good almost came out loud. The staff had the right kind of presence, attentive without being too much. A place that carries itself like this isn't something anyone sits down and manufactures. Decided I wanted to be a regular here. Less than 30 minutes after arriving, went from wanting to come back to knowing I would, and that shift happened fast. Finished eating and still didn't want to leave. Ordered a coffee just to stay a little longer. A place you fall for as a whole space doesn't come along that often, so it lands harder when it does. Already thinking about bringing someone next time. A face came to mind almost immediately. Wanting to share something you like with someone specific means the place is real in the way that counts. Replayed it a few times on the walk home. Glad I went in today. Already thinking about what to order next visit. Still thinking about it on the train. Added one more place worth going back to. That alone made today a good day. Sometimes you push open a door you don't know, and something good is waiting on the other side. Hadn't looked it up or planned anything. Something about it caught my eye and I went in. The atmosphere was right from the moment the door opened. Felt immediately like this might be something good. The space itself was already exactly what I like. Then the menu made it even better. The lighting, the music in the background, all of it landing close to what I would have chosen. These kinds of encounters can't be arranged. They only seem to happen when you follow an impulse. Hard to dismiss intuition after something like this. Was thinking that before I even sat down. The food came out looking the way good food looks. One bite and it was more than anticipated. The feeling of something being genuinely good almost came out loud. The staff had the right kind of presence, attentive without being too much. A place that carries itself like this isn't something anyone sits down and manufactures. Decided I wanted to be a regular here. Less than 30 minutes after arriving, went from wanting to come back to knowing I would, and that shift happened fast. Finished eating and still didn't want to leave. Ordered a coffee just to stay a little longer. A place you fall for as a whole space doesn't come along that often, so it lands harder when it does. Already thinking about bringing someone next time. A face came to mind almost immediately. Wanting to share something you like with someone specific means the place is real in the way that counts. Replayed it a few times on the walk home. Glad I went in today. Already thinking about what to order next visit. Still thinking about it on the train. Added one more place worth going back to. That alone made today a good day. Sometimes you push open a door you don't know, and something good is waiting on the other side. Clock out and the shift in the air is immediate. The weight of the day still sitting on the shoulders. Found a seat at the counter without thinking too hard. Just needed somewhere to put it all down. The first sip lands before the glass is even set. Something about that first cold moment cuts right through whatever the day left behind. Nothing philosophical, just cold and right. Drinking alone used to feel like a statement. Now it just feels like time that belongs to me. No agenda, nobody to perform okayness for. Just a drink in the quiet and the end of the day. The place fills up a little around the edges. faces, other people carrying their own versions of today. Something easy about being surrounded by that. Everyone here chose the same kind of pause. Second drink comes without a lot of deliberation. The thinking slows down in the best possible way. Problems that felt large an hour ago haven't gone anywhere, but they feel further. Not every day needs to be processed out loud. Some of them just need to be sat with a drink at the end of a day that asked a lot. Is its own kind of taking care of yourself. The bartender doesn't ask much, a refill, a nod, a bit of easy conversation. That low-pressure presence has real value. Not every interaction needs to go somewhere. The bar starts to feel like the right temperature, warm without being loud, occupied without crowding. Could stay another hour without any effort, but there's something to knowing when to leave. Tap, settle, coat back on, back into the evening. The air outside is a different kind now. Body a little looser, head a little quieter. Tomorrow can start fresh. Tonight is done. Pulled into the old neighborhood and felt it immediately. Something in the body that loosens before the door opens. The smell of the house, the same as it always was. Some things hold without trying to. Parents older than they looked last time noticed it and said nothing, and just came in. The catching up starts before the bags are even down. The rhythms of this place, the old room still arranged the way it was left. Some things moved, most things the same. Laid down on the bed that used to be the whole world. Smaller now, but still holds something. Meals here taste different, and it isn't just memory. Something about food made without thinking about it, just made because you're home. And it's that time, that version of care doesn't have a substitute. Conversations that don't need to go anywhere. Talk about the neighborhood, the weather, the small updates. Nothing urgent in any of it, just the sound of people who've known you the longest. Realize mid-afternoon that the phone hasn't been checked. The particular quiet of being somewhere that doesn't ask much. Living away makes this version of rest hard to find. You forget what it felt like until you're back in it. Sleeping here is different from sleeping anywhere else. Something about the familiar dark and the familiar sounds. The body remembers this place before the mind does. Wakes up a little more restored than expected. Leaving again is always the complicated part. Something on the face of the people at the door. The way from the window getting smaller. Carrying that back with you into regular life. Grateful in a way that's hard to locate. Exactly for the place that stays the same. While everything moves for the people who are just glad you came back. Home is still home, no matter how long you've been gone. Woke up to the sound of it already going. Looked at out the window and made the decision immediately. Not going anywhere today, this one belongs to staying in. The guilt about doing nothing took about an hour to leave. Then it left and the day opened up differently. No productivity required, no output expected. Just the rain in the room and whatever comes next. Made something warm and took it back to the couch. Found something to watch without putting too much thought in. The kind of choosing that doesn't matter, because the point isn't what you pick, it's that you're still. Rain does something to the light inside. Everything a shade softer, the edges less sharp. The city outside muffled in gray, the inside warmer for the contrast. Read for a while without checking the time. Noticed the reading was actually landing. Something about rain days makes concentration easier. The noise outside quiets the noise inside. Ate lunch without it being an event. Something simple, something that required almost nothing. Noticed that was exactly right for today. Not every meal needs to be a moment. Afternoon arrived and brought more of the same. The rain hadn't changed his mind about anything, neither had I. This was still exactly where I was supposed to be. Almost napped but stayed in that half place, the one where thoughts slowed down to images. Rain hitting glass in no particular rhythm, the body finally agreeing to let go. By evening it was still going outside. The room had been fully lived in by then. Blanket mug, the same gentle softness. Quiet days have their own kind of fullness. Tomorrow we'll ask for things again. That's fine, tomorrow can have them. Today was for nothing, and it was necessary. The rain made the decision easy. Started noticing them in a different way at some point. Can't locate the exact moment it shifted. Just started being more aware of when they entered a room, and less sure of what to do with that awareness. Caught myself wondering what they were thinking in the middle of something completely unrelated. That particular kind of interruption is new. The mind going somewhere without being asked. Small things started carrying more weight. A message that would've read as normal before now gets read twice and thought about. Something changed in the translation. Tried to act the same as before and mostly succeeded. But there's a version of paying attention that's hard to hide. The way you listen differently when you care what someone says. That probably showed at least once. The good kind of nervous is a specific feeling, not anxiety exactly, more like heightened presence. Everything's slightly more in focus when they're nearby. Colors behaving differently, time moving strangely. Replaying conversations later for no practical reason, just to hear them again in the head. Noticing what was said and what wasn't. Reading the space between the words. Not ready to name it out loud to anyone, partly because saying it makes it something to manage. Right now it's just this private thing that hums somewhere in the background of the ordinary day. The uncertainty of it is uncomfortable and also fine. Not knowing how it lands on the other side. Living in that open question for a while might just be the part that's worth something. Whatever it is making the days feel different. More textured, more awake, more worth paying attention to. Didn't expect this to happen right now, but not unhappy that it did. The result came in and sat with it for a moment. Needed a second before it became real. This was the thing that had been worked toward, and now it was just quietly sitting there, being true. Thought back to when it started, how far away this point looked from there. The gap between beginning and here, crossed by so many ordinary days of just continuing. There were stretches where it felt like nothing was moving, putting in the work without any signal that it was landing. Trusting the process is easy advice to give, harder to hold on to when there's no feedback coming. The people who said keep going were right, not because they knew how it would turn out, but because the keeping going was the thing. The result is just what happened at the end of it. Didn't celebrate loudly, didn't need to. The feeling was more interior than that. A quiet settling, a gentle exhale. Something that had been tight finally releasing. Called one person who knew what it meant, said it out loud once, which made it more real. Heard them respond and let that land. That was the right size of moment for this. Sat with the question of what comes next, not urgently, just with curiosity. Reaching something you worked for opens up the space to want something again. The version of me who started this didn't know if it would work out, but kept showing up anyway. Grateful to that person for not stopping tonight, just letting it be what it is. Tomorrow can be about what's next. For now this is enough and it's real. Took a long time and it was worth every part of it. The second the meeting ended, something completely unrelated started. Nothing to do with work at all, but everyone was suddenly very invested. Laughed out loud and felt self-conscious for a second, then couldn't stop, so laughed again anyway. This kind of time looks unproductive from the outside, but it might actually be the most important kind. The work still gets done, deadlines are met, and results are real. Being loose and being serious at the same time is what makes this group work the way it does. Finding people whose sense of humor lines up with yours isn't something you go looking for and find. It just turns out to be true one day, and being grateful for it feels right. Work is so different depending on who you do it with. Whether you can laugh together changes everything. If you have to spend this much time somewhere, it should feel something like this. There's real focus too when it matters. The switching happens without anyone calling it. Knowing when to be serious and when to let go, and doing both fully without holding back. Laughed until it hurt and then felt strangely clear. Got back to the work and it actually went well. Always assumed laughter slowed things down, starting to think it might work the other way. Nobody created this atmosphere on purpose. Nobody sat down and decided this is how it would be. It came from everyone just being who they are, and somehow that added up to something good here. Someone made a joke right as the day was ending. Everyone laughed and that was how it closed. If days like this keep stacking up, that might be enough to call it a good working life. We'll probably laugh again tomorrow, and that alone is a reason to show up.